Reading Challenge, Day 2, Business Vocabulary Focus. Okay, if you're joining me today, I hope this is your second day of the Reading Challenge. If not, and it's your first video, you can always go back and grab Day 1 and continue on the challenge with us. The goal of the challenge is to help you commit time to your reading fluency. Commit time every day to improve your English. The goal of the stories is to help you recognize vocabulary words, pronounce them, and most importantly, see how they're used in the sentence. See them in context. So let's begin. The merger decision. Sofia Alvarez sipped her coffee in the corner office, staring at the documents on her desk. As the CEO of Vega Industries, a mid-sized technology firm, she was about to face one of the biggest decisions of her career. A large conglomerate, Nexus Global, had approached Vega with an acquisition offer. It was tempting. Nexus had deep resources and global reach. But Sofia wasn't sure if selling was the right move for her company or its employees. She glanced at the clock. The meeting with Vega's board of directors was in an hour, and she needed to present her recommendation. Her first step was to conduct a thorough cost-benefit analysis. Sofia reviewed the offer. On the positive side, the acquisition would inject significant capitalization into Vega. Nexus had promised to fund new product lines and expand Vega's reach into international markets. However, she also saw potential risk. Losing control of Vega's operations under Nexus's corporate governance could mean layoffs or changes to the company's culture. A knock on the door interrupted her thoughts. It was Claire, the CFO. Sofia, I ran the numbers. Nexus has a solid credit rating, but their debt load is high. If their financials take a hit, they might cut costs at our expense. Sofia nodded. That's exactly what I'm worried about. What about our contingency plan if we don't accept the deal? Claire hesitated. We'd need to consolidate some operations to stay competitive, and we might have to use some of our assets as collateral for a loan to fund the expansion ourselves. Sofia sighed. The thought of putting Vega's future at risk weighed heavily. Later that morning, the board of directors convened. The room was filled with serious faces as Sofia presented the details of the offer. One member, Mr. Patel, raised a hand. If Nexus handles commodities differently than we do, it could disrupt our supply chain. Have we considered arbitration clauses in the deal to protect our interest if disagreements arise? Sofia smiled slightly. That's a great point. If we move forward, will ensure there are safeguards in place for arbitration. Another director, Miss Cheng, spoke up. I think this is less about numbers and more about our vision. Do we want Vega to remain independent? Or are we willing to become a piece of a larger puzzle? The discussion grew heated. Some members argued for the acquisition, pointing to Nexus's global reach and financial stability. Others favored independence, even if it meant a slower path to growth. After hours of debate, Sophia stood. We've considered the cost-benefit analysis, the credit rating, and even the risk of consolidation. But in the end, we need to decide what kind of company Vega will be. My recommendation is to counter Nexus's offer with conditions that ensure we retain some autonomy, including representation on their board of directors. The room fell silent. Then, one by one, the directors nodded in agreement. In the weeks that followed, Sophia negotiated a new deal with Nexus. It wasn't a full acquisition, but a partnership, allowing Vega to grow while maintaining its unique identity. It was a decision rooted in balance, ensuring the company's legacy and future potential. Sophia looked out her office window, feeling both relief and determination. Vega's path wasn't without challenges, but she knew they had made the right choice for the company and everyone who depended on it. You made it to the end of the text. Good job. Congratulations. Join me for a Day 3 challenge story tomorrow. And of course, if you got value out of this video, please subscribe and like the channel, Vibing with Vocab, and I look forward to reading with you tomorrow.